Hello! Today we are working on a V Star 1100 classic Yamaha. As you'll see, I have the rear tire removed. We're in the middle of going dark side. See that video in a different video. That makes zero sense, but that's okay. I will have a different video showing you how going dark side is going. We are at a little stall at the moment. I bought the wrong paste for the splines, so I ordered that. Won't be here for a few days. Big buzzkill. I was super excited to get that tire on today. But that's a different story. While we have this apart, I'm going to go ahead and change the brake pads. They are still good. I am just going to change them as a preventative measure because these pads on this bike are super cheap. So I'm going to go just replace them while I'm in here, and that's what this video is. Okay, so for this, looks like we've got these two bolts right here are 12 millimeters. This is a 14. We are going to go ahead and take these off right here first. Okay, there's also a little tiny bolt down here for the brake line. Just like so. Don't know why it doesn't want to come off. It's so close. There it goes. Okay, put a rag on top of the pipes. Keep everything protected. So we did not have to take any accessories off the bike to get to the caliper. We left the pipes on, I left the hard bags on, I left the tire on when I got the caliper off because, well, you have to get the caliper off to get the tire off. So if you're just doing your brake pads, it's really only 3 bolts. There's the 2 that mount it to the arm, whatever you want to call this here, and then there's 1 mount solidifying the brake hose to the frame as well. So that's really it to get this caliper off. Like I said, these brake pads are good. We are replacing them anyway though. So typically if you have an unmodified V Star 1100, your rear master cylinder is going to be up here. I have relocated mine all the way to the back for aesthetic reasons. I'm just going to take that cap off or crack it so that the brake fluid can go back up as we compress this. Okay, so in order to service these pads, there's this cover that's on the top, plastic cover. You're going to take that off, just get your screwdriver, put it in the slot, press down, and then pull up at the same time. Then it just pops off. Put that somewhere where you can find it later, you don't want to lose it. Okay, so you can get over here, you're going to find that cotter pin and pull it out. That's all it is. You're going to lose it if you're not careful, so be careful please. You're going to come on the back side, I'm going to grab that rod, and it's just going to pull out. Okay, you're also going to lose that if you're not careful, so please be careful. And you're going to do the same thing to the other side. So those are out. Now we're going to take the old pads out. Like I said, these are not bad. All these marks were me trying to compress the piston. They were not there before. So there's that one out. This one comes out. Now we already compressed our pistons back. This one could go just a little bit more if we wanted to, but I think we'll be okay. Now's a good time to get your brake clean and clean this thing out. That's nasty dirt in there. Now, before you put these in, you're going to want to grease them. Now when you're greasing, really the only part you need to grease is the part that's going to come in contact with the piston, okay? Because if you don't, it's going to squeal, and nobody likes squealers. So we're going to grease the backs. Do not want any of that on the pad itself. So do whatever you have to do to make sure that don't happen. So now you're going to take your next pad, you're going to slide it right on top of the other one. Okay, so now's the fun part. Lining everything up and sticking those stinking rods back through. And I totally forgot about that. So now, because I'm a doofus and I forgot, I'm gonna have to take one of these pins back out, get the dowel rod back out. Not all the way, just enough to slide this clip back in. Now you take all 6 of the hands you wish you had, and you just push that spring clip in. I'm really wishing there's a better view for you guys to have here. Okay, now before you get it all the way up in there, find your needle nose wherever you set those. There they are. Turn it so your hole's going to be towards you. And pop it up. Goodness gracious. There it goes. Okay. No idea how much of that you guys actually saw. Hopefully enough. Even if you didn't, you should be able to get the point from that. Okay, so now you can take that plastic cover, pop that back on. Might have to use your screwdriver again. There we go. Okay, that's on. Got our pads. Okay, now very gently you can separate the pads with a screwdriver. These are the good ones, you don't want to ruin them, just like that. There we go. Now, these are ready to go back on the bike. You will just put those 2 bolts back in to hold the caliper onto the frame, as well as the one little tiny bolt holding, don't fall, holding the brake hose down. That's really it. Alright, so for the grease I used today, I just used the CRC brake and caliper grease. I bought this a while ago. This has lasted me a long time, and nothing I've used it on has squeaked yet, so I use that. As far as the brake pads we just installed, I put on these Caltrix. I got them on Amazon. You can get them from wherever. I have no idea how well these pads are going to be until I get that car tire on the back of this. I can't get back on the road anyway. So if you're just doing brakes, you do not have to remove the tire. Okay, remember that. I just did for I am changing out the tire. I'm doing the brakes as an additional supplement. So if you liked what you saw, if you liked what you learned, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe. There's this little teensy weensy button somewhere down here somewhere. I don't know where, but it's somewhere over there. It's really hard to see, and you'll only see it if you have your phone or tablet sideways. So hit that button, or just the subscribe button in the down below. I do projects around the house on the vehicles, other people's houses, whatever I happen to be up to, I try to film it. So stay tuned. I will be finishing going dark side here as soon as that moly paste shows up for the splines. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.